Hello and welcome to the first stream in a while, but having to be at my parents slightly put the kibosh on things. Their internet wasn't nearly good enough for doing streaming things. I was still able to play and make some videos though, so there was that. Now this just got released. This has been a busy time of month anyway. There's a whole bunch of stuff happening in World of Warships, and World of Tanks has been doing a little bit around Halloween as well. Although not really that much, to be honest. But the closed beta for Naval Forces finally became open beta, and they've got 3 different nations playable at the moment: the US, Germany, and the Soviets. And there's also a Royal Navy tech tree, but that is currently in closed beta testing. Although this being Gaijin, if you throw some money at them, they will let you take part. And some of these premiums, I've heard the Haida is just, you know, straight up better than some of the regular ones at the moment. In fact, I've heard the balancing generally is just all over the place, and that it's still a bit iffy. From what I've been reading, the early US boats are really very good, but then the ones that come after the PT boats are almost a downgrade in some ways. And then Germany just seems to be solid all the way through, and as for the Soviets, I don't even begin to know. So, yeah, we're just going to jump in and play a bit. I played like an hour of this maybe already.
So be it.
So, I'm a complete noob at this. The aiming is actually quite counterintuitive because you are having to compensate for the motion of your own boat. Which is fine if something's coming directly towards you and you're going directly towards them, but after that point it starts to get a bit hinky. So my shooting is just going to be bad. Also, Ralak, thank you very much for the resub. 8 months in a row. One of the longer standing ones. Not that I have a humongous number of subscribers, but then I don't stream very often, so that's fair enough, I suppose. So we're going to go with the Germans. We're going to try and grind the Germans a bit and see how far we get. This is still the reserve boat, and I'm playing this also without the benefit of premium account. I've heard, and I've not checked the numbers myself, and the numbers honestly don't mean that much to me in the context of War Thunder, but I've heard that the grind based on the XP numbers further down the line is going to be fairly horrendous, so I'm probably never going to get that far with War Thunder boats, but I don't know, we'll see. I might find it enjoyable enough and different enough that I decide to play it more than I do Ground Forces. Although I might have 1 or 2 games in Ground Forces as well, because I bought some premiums. They do a birthday sale every year in War Thunder apparently, and so I picked up a couple of German 5.0 premiums just with the Golden Eagles I had on my account already. I didn't actually spend any new money or anything. I just spent the existing premium currency. Hey Fu, how are you? How's the sound level, by the way? It should be not too loud or anything. So I guess we'll see. I'm definitely going to derp out. As I say, I've played like an hour, probably not even that. I know that if you hit the Q button, that brings up your torpedo aiming what's it, which of course on these boats is fixed, so you actually have to aim the boat to aim the torpedoes. But there might be other keybinds that I am unaware of. But it's mostly just, you know, point and left click and daka daka daka. It's not terribly complicated. The one thing that might be a bit like, my microphone is further away because I broke my boom arm, which was basically clamped on the mantelpiece that's next to me, and I could get it, you know, pretty much right in front of my face, whereas the little desk stand that came with my microphone has to sit further away because otherwise there's no room for my mouse, and that's a bit of a problem. It's kind of hard to play stuff when you can't use your mouse. This isn't going to be a super long stream, I don't think, by the way. I'm not thinking I'm going to... Like, I'm probably going to die early and die often, so... I'm not thinking this is going to be, you know, 4 hours of streaming. Oh, that's an enemy. Who's, oh yeah, this is realistic. Of course there's no markers because I put it on realistic. That's all I've actually managed to beach themselves, I guess. And that just makes them a nice easy stationary target for me. Oh, I should jam my gun. Am I shipping water? I'm not sure. Does that tell you if you've taken the water or not? So yeah, it's really, like, aiming to begin with is really quite counterintuitive. I might just go back to arcade. I just thought I'd give a realistic a go to see how it feels without the hand-holding, or without quite so much hand-holding. But yeah, you have to, it's super, like, you have to compensate for the motion of your own boat, and it's surprisingly difficult. And when you're concentrating on, I've run aground once or twice, and hell, of course that happens in warships as well. But when you're trying to concentrate on getting the compensation right for your lead, yeah, it's sometimes surprisingly difficult to avoid running into things. So you're trying to concentrate on several different things at once. Oop, that's nowhere close. And I'm guessing he just ate a torpedo. That was a fairly big... Oh, that one exploded. Oh, a couple of hits. I think, from what I've read, kills aren't necessarily what you want to go for in this mode. It's better to do lots of damage rather than get kills in terms of XP. So if you do a bunch of damage to somebody and then move on to another target and do a bunch of damage to them, that's actually better than concentrating on just the one target and trying to kill them. Ralak, what breed of dogs? Labradors. They have a pair of Labradors, although the guest dog, because there was a third dog staying who belongs to some family and friends, they're some kind of, I think, like a collie cross or something. I'm not exactly sure. I don't think they were a pure breed anything. Oh, am I about to run aground? Don't do that. Oh, I'm being shot at. Don't like it. This is me actually living a surprisingly long time compared to most of my outings so far. Oh, my leg's down. Oh, repair a thing. Am I also taking on water? I should bail, I suppose. Oh, got a kill assist. Gun's still jammed out. No, there's some kind of enemy ship around here. Oh, they just died. Never mind. I'm not really sure how I tell, like, there's a crew indicator. I'm at 64% crew, and I don't know, like, this is not a huge number of crew members. So it means I've, you know, lost a crew member or something. Oh, that's an enemy. Is my gun just knackered? I do have parts. I've gotten parts unlocked, but I can't fire for some reason. Or do anything with torpedoes. Is my ship just too knackered even though I've got the repair box? The bailing thing is free, but yeah, it's the usual fun tax of you have to unlock your parts and you have to unlock the fire extinguisher, which I'll be able to show you after this battle once we've got some XP. Now the gun wasn't jammed, it usually unjams itself after a while, so the gun must have just been straight broken. Don't know. Don't know how to tell exactly. Oh, I didn't have any ammo left. Oh, that would be it. Of course, yeah, it actually has limited ammo because it's War Thunder. We managed to shoot all 600 rounds apparently. So if I'd gone into a cap circle, I would have gotten some ammo back instead of madly clicking and wondering why nothing was happening. Okay, I have to remember that. It is entirely possible to shoot all your ammo away in a relatively short space of time. Do you have to stop and repair? I think you do. But you can lay a smoke screen, which might actually be more useful in this mode than in arcade. I don't know. I don't think you have really the option with these smaller boats, and you certainly don't have the option with torpedoes. But with other ships you might have the option to load less ammunition. But yeah, I genuinely have no idea if that would make any kind of difference. One thing that is interestingly a little bit different is that ranging shots actually are a thing. You have to fire a little at the enemy first before you can get their approximate range. And if you don't have the, like, if you're just trying to fire, your gunners are going to miss. If you actually range in, then it helps your accuracy a good deal. I don't know if this is really more realistic. I mean, it's kind of hard to say there's any amount of realism when it comes to the actual maps involved, to be honest. It's certainly not the case. Right, who's firing from where? It's really kind of hard to tell, to be honest. Is that a napping one? Right, that's a live one, which I'm managing to splendidly miss entirely. I think you can select your own aircraft, but it just gives you, if you accrue enough points, you can also, if you die, then take out an aircraft. I've done that once, and it's actually, I don't know if I just got lucky, but it felt not that difficult to hit. Oh, I actually killed somebody. It felt not that difficult to hit these craft with bombs. But you've got to be going fairly low to do it reliably. Oh, this is why you should pay attention to... Ah, we actually won. This is why you should pay attention to where your allies are firing, because there might be something nearby. The reason apparently for it being such a big update, because it was like nearly 20 gigabytes, essentially you were downloading the entire game again. They introduced some kind of new, was it file compression or something that's supposed to make the game run a bit smoother? I don't honestly play enough War Thunder to know if it is any better or worse than it was before, but anyway. So there we go, yeah, your tool sets on the first rank, your fire protection's on the second rank, but you can go straight from one to the other. There's no, you don't have to get another first level unlock. Dry docking increases speed by 2.2, that's not a lot. Rudder replacement might actually be quite useful, much tighter turning. So yeah, you have to, parts and repair. There's still the fun tax. Doesn't take too long to actually unlock on your reserve boats, of course. But I imagine once you get down to 5.0, we can actually even preview the bigger ships, because you get destroyers and light cruisers. I imagine, yeah, it takes a while longer to unlock the repair and fire extinguisher options. Because Gaijin did respond to that eventually, but they didn't remove the fun tax, they just lowered the fun tax. Which I think wasn't really anybody's preferred option apart from Gaijin themselves. But they kind of shot themselves in the foot with the whole free Abrams thing. That was a bit of an own goal. Menthol with the Twitch Prime resub, thank you very much. So, gosh, it's going to take a little while to 1400s, and I actually have a booster I can use, so I'll just keep. That was all right. Realistic. We'll just stick with realistic, I think. Realistic actually feels okay. Tank realistic is a bit but ships realistic, I mean, the maps are all, at least for these low tier ships, the maps are all packing you so close together that it isn't really, like, there's not really a sneaking around option in the same way. Because, you know, it's not like there's giant bushes and lines of trees in the middle of the ocean. For some reason. Oddly. Who knew? I know, right? So, let's try for the B cap, I guess. These maps really are quite small. Or quite very small, one of those two. I can't imagine. I hope it's bigger maps for the bigger ships. I can't imagine what it's like playing the bigger ships. Because these, the smaller ones, you know, they nip around like nobody's business. But the bigger ships are rather more sluggish. That's one of the more noticeable differences between this and World of Warships, is in fact that warships, of course, we're used to it having the acceleration that it does, so that stuff doesn't take forever and a day. But for oh, you don't get the reticle. Okay. For War Thunder, everything is moving at like real speed, essentially. So there's no artificial acceleration applied, which yeah, it makes things a lot slower for bigger ships. Oh, I actually managed to help the cap. Okay. Am I taking on water? Oh, no, I don't think so. Oh, I was a little bit. Okay, yeah, there's an indicator on the damage panel. Just try a little bit evasive. So yeah, the aiming is just, it's like, it's super weird, and it's going to take a little while to, oh, don't run around. It's going to take a little while to get used to it. But it is the kind of thing where you would just adjust to, eventually. I hope. Not too much lead. I got kill assist on that one. To be fair, it wasn't an actual War Thunder employee or a Gaijin employee. It was essentially their official affiliated streamer, or one of the people that streams on the official channel, and he made a bit of a hash of it. And a lot of people pointed out that, well, of course, he wouldn't know what the grind is like because he's basically got a press account where everything's already on it. And that does significantly colour your experience of playing a thing like this. If you've got an oppressor account and you don't have to experience the grind, that is a very different experience. Sometimes when I'm testing stuff out, I have occasionally been given press accounts for stuff, but I'm just as likely to go away and try stuff with a fresh account, because it actually gives you some idea of what the grind is like. But that then has the downside of, well, you don't get to see the later cooler stuff necessarily. Oh, that is on fire, and I'm also flooding a bit. Yeah, this is all going a bit wrong. Let's keep shooting. Well, I've triggered all the everything, but my boat's not looking happy right now. I have triggered the extinguisher. I'm not entirely sure why it's... Okay, we're bailing out. We're not sinking, but we are still burning, apparently. Did I put the fire out and immediately get set on fire again? I don't know. But I think my crew is also about to... No, there we go. The fire's out. No, Wait, I know what I meant to. You hit the. I discovered if you hit the. Oh, not that. If you hit the B button, it will automatically try and bring you to a halt. So I've laid a nice smoke screen, but everything's kind of knackered right now. Oh, you have to wait till the crew puts out the fire. Well, I've got like one crewman that is still uninjured, so that's possibly why it took a while. Okay. Alrighty. We've got one guy desperately trying to do everything in fine War Thunder tradition. So it's not like a button that the crewman presses and it like extinguishes. Oh, no, never mind. I think my last crewman just got knocked out. Somebody has to dash to the back and actually spray around with a fire extinguisher, I guess. I'm almost tempted to buy one of the higher tier premiums just to have, just to see what it's like to play with, you know, not running around in a glorified speedboat with a machine gun on top. But that might be a little expensive. Is that one already dead? That one's already dead. I've actually got the kill. I'm assuming you can friendly fire people if you're not careful with like torps or whatever, so be careful, guys. He's dead. So just blew up. So can't help the cat. Whoa, getting shot at. So yeah, you're basically running around in a glorified, you know, dinghy at this point. It really is World of Boats. Whoa! And that would be an aircraft. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, got a crit though. Nice. And I'm starting to flood a little bit, so let's start the bail. Aircraft destroyed. We've got all three zones. This is actually kind of looking okay right now. Right, what are you firing at? There's nothing. Oh, there was something there. Okay. You do have to keep your head on a swivel. Oh, why? Okay, it's showing a marker really close. Oh god, there it is. And oh, extinguish, extinguish. Oh, it's all going wrong. It's all going wrong. Well, that one's dead, I think. But being shot at from somewhere. I can't actually see. There's too much like smoke in the way. Is it from the air? It's kind of hard to... Oh, no, there it is. It's really hard to see. All the smoke and stuff. I'll spray what I've got. Oh, gun's jammed. Ooh. I'm trying to dodge a bit, but oh god, no, we're doomed. We're definitely doomed. It's an enemy. I can actually hear the of the extinguishers. Right, I might as well just try and, you know, unbone at this point, so... Oh, I was hoping to get a torpedo away, but never mind. I could take out a plane, so let's give that a go. I think even fighters at this tier can do some damage. I don't know what this is going to be like in terms of... Do I even get a bombing reticle? No, I haven't tried this in realistic. I've only tried this in arcade. I have done very, very little in terms of just realistic bombing at all, so I have absolutely no idea. What have I even got? That looks like some... God, that's what, like 100 kilo bomb, 250 kilos? Or I don't even... Yeah, this is a lot easier in arcade for obvious reasons. Right, let's try that. I did some damage. It wasn't a kill, but it was damage. Oh, set him on fire. I've got one bomb left. Oh, no, I've dropped them all apparently. Okay. Think. Oh no, of course this isn't. Yeah, in arcade your bombs would come back, but it's realistic. So, is there actually? Oh, that's the wrong thing. Is there actually an airfield one can go to? It sort of shows an airstrip, but whoa, bit low. Totally know what I'm doing. I got kill assist out of that. I totally don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Almost a jingles landing. Definitely. Right, there is definitely an enemy of some kind over here. Yeah, I see you. Can you even hit me at this range? I didn't manage any kills with the plane, but I did actually get some hits. Oh, my gun jammed. An 80-foot nasty. That's actually the name of it. Huh. Okay. Right, I've got one reserve left. We seem to be losing at this point. We were doing alright, and now we very much are not. Oh, I've done okay for myself. Second place on score. That's not bad. I haven't totally sucked. Never mind, there we go. Right, that wasn't completely terrible, although the rewards... I mean, I know it's a free-to-play game, but the rewards feel a little stingy, but it's basically, you know, a tier 1 vehicle, so I suppose it's what you would expect. It's basically the equivalent of running around in that thing, Black Swan. Although Black Swan would actually be a relatively large ship in this game. Artillery support. You can have actual... You can call in like battleship fire. Okay. New pumps torpedo mode. Ah, you can increase their range by decreasing their speed. Primary armament. Let's go for the... let's research a better gun. Okay, and... Oh. No, that's not what I wanted to bring up. I've forgotten what I was going to look at now. Oh, yeah, the research panel. Duh. Aha! Nearly there as well. A mere 10 RP. I don't know what to go for after that. Possibly the S38, I guess. I don't know. I'm just going to stick with one nation just because I'll grind through it quicker, obviously. I'll get further than if I spread myself around. War Thunder's economy has, from what I understand, just progressively been nerfed. And on top of that, not only have they had several major nerfs to the economy over the years, and lots of minor nerfs as well, probably to individual vehicles, and to increasing repair costs and things like that. They also, of course, they add new stuff. So they've added all the helicopters, and now there's boats, and they've added all the modern tanks, and you've got that plus decreased rewards for playing, and this is a far grindier experience than it was like 3 or 4 years ago. Probably not even that long, like 2 years ago. It's probably a lot grindier than it was then. I don't know enough because I didn't play the game enough, and I've never played the game enough, but that's my understanding from what I've read on various different forums. But it seems like they have made the grind, especially the high tier grind, a lot worse than is comparable. Especially with World of Warships. Because even without a premium account, World of Warships is relatively generous. Although those tier 10s are expensive, but War Thunder doesn't allow you to stack flags and camos. There's no equivalent of that. You do have the boosters, but if you try and stack boosters of the same type, it actually penalises you. You will still get more than you would have just with one alone, but it's not as much as it should be when you look at the actual booster numbers. So yeah, War Thunder's always been a bit more on the stingy side of that, and when they started doing things like doing away with this game essentially used to have a daily double, same way that Warships and Roller Tanks does, and that's just not been the case for a while now. A lot of people were not happy about that. Whoa. Yeah, you want to do shorter bursts. I keep forgetting that. We don't want to get you gun jammed.
So be it. Jedi.
Mimesis, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub. Oh, it's quite tricky aiming. Also, I think I need to... Whoa, never mind. I was going to say, I need to bail out, but never mind. And now I've sunk. I don't think I've ever heard, like, I've not had a game where it's just been reserve boats. It was probably the first couple of hours after it going live where everybody would have just been in reserve boats, but at this point everybody started to get to the slightly higher rank boats, so... I mean, it's not... I think it's not that bad being down tier, but it's still a little bit... when it's stuff that has, you know, more guns and bigger guns and everything. Wow, I'm just getting owned. Yeah, that's like quad 50 cals versus like single machine gun. Those look like much bigger guns than I have. They really do. It'd be nice if this was a bit more like the way they've done it in oh god, I've forgotten the name of the game now. The one with the sailing boats, that one. But unfortunately not. Smaller ships do have a place in those battles. Nope. Well, I'm done already. I think I must have been... This is like a 1.7. Well, that's a reserved one, actually, that PT, so... Don't know, I died really quick in that one. The maps are all just super small. Naval action, there we go. That's the one, Brett. Yeah, even in the smaller boats, you're basically... Like, you can get shredded really quickly, but you can also weave in and out of the bigger ships and actually harass people. You can set yourself up for stern shots and the like. I don't know, it's quite nice. But, obviously... the nature of the game means that can be a thing. Maybe once there are bigger ships in this game, like heavy cruiser-sized ships, I don't think they'll ever do battleships somehow. Although, having said that, you know, I'm sure once upon a time people would have said they'll never do things like helicopters or modern tanks, but here we are. The smaller boats might actually be able to go in and do things against battleships if you whiz in with a squadron of smaller boats, smaller PT boats against a battleship or a cruiser or something like that. Who knows? Naval action. Well, I loved the battles, but I was always very lukewarm on the whole open world thing. I think it's still going, but they actually spun off. It might have died down a bit. They decided to spin off beta test like a essentially free-to-play game using the engine where it's literally just, you know, you fight the battles. And I didn't manage to get into that, unfortunately, so I don't know if and when that's going to launch. I actually haven't been really paying attention to it, to be honest. But I would definitely go back and play that. It was all the roam around the open world and trading, and oh yeah, you have to get this stuff from this port and you have to sail halfway across the map to get this stuff from this port, and that kind of thing doesn't especially appeal to me the same way that games like Really Dangerous. I love the idea of them, but spending my time going from one place to the other just with a lot of nothing in between, it's not my idea of fun. Sid-based Pirates is still eminently playable. It's one of these games that just spawned a whole bunch of successors. I don't want to say imitators, but yeah, successors is probably fairer. There are a lot of games that try to do things in that style with varying degrees of success. But the game itself actually does hold up. It is a fun game. It's kind of hard to... You have to almost rely on the minimap to remember which way you're facing, because it can be a little... it can be a little tricky taking account of that. Just from the... Because there is the indicator on the one left-hand panel, but it's a bit... Like, the actual ship itself isn't turning, you're just having to look at that green indicator, and it's not the most immediately obvious thing, so I'm going to have to get used to that, clearly. Oh god, there's a lot of stuff flying around there. A couple of kill assists, though. Also, yeah, unlike World of Warships, if you ram into stuff, if you ram into islands and rocks and whatever, it will do damage. You have to not do that. There's no using the not-so method to come to an emergency halt. Cool. Nobody's going for a sea cap right now. A couple of hits. Okay, some of the enemies are pushing towards there. I've got some friends going that way as well. I've taken some damage. Whoa. He's firing from a fair old ways away. Yeah, that's something with a bigger gun firing at me, which I'm definitely not enjoying. Oh, gun jammed. Yep. Oh, and knocked out. That'll be the crew. Yep. World War II speedboats, pretty much. Basically start off with all the diddly little torque boats. Which is, you know, this is an aspect of naval warfare that just does not fit in World of Warships at all. So at least it's got that going for it, just in terms of stuff that World of Warships doesn't do. Though a lot of people were quite disappointed when they announced it was just going to be... it was initially not going to be anything bigger than PT boats, essentially. And then they've scaled up a bit to the point where now you can play light cruisers. And I would be highly surprised if at some point that wasn't then upscaled again to at least heavy cruisers. But battleships would be a ways off if they ever get that far. Can't see anything through all this smoke, which is, you know, kind of the point, I suppose. Oh, got a kill. Nice.
Your business is appreciated.
I'm not totally sucking at this. I mean, the previous round was a bit, you know, that wasn't very good, but I'm not totally sucking. Oh, and a kill assist from something. Okay, those were a little uncomfortably close. It's fine. Never worried. I imagine the game doesn't like it if you accidentally kill your allies. Oh, is that Catalina? That is a Catalina. I have no idea if this is enough lead or not. So, oh, it's over a kilometre away. It's probably a very low chance of hitting this anyway. I don't know where I'm heading now exactly. I seem to have run out of enemies to shoot at, although I'm sure there will be more spawning. Is this Catalina coming back? Yeah, you're kind of shooting off into space there, Gunner. That's not really anywhere close to... Oh, he's not coming towards, he's flying away. Oh, okay. That'd be why I'm trying to fire at something that is massively far away, as far as the range of these guns is concerned. I was tempted to buy the big stupid German flying boat, the Blommenvoss, was it the 238? The ridiculous one that is... I don't know, what equivalent, what meme tank equivalent would that be? The world of tanks. I don't think there's any really meme ships in warships. In the same way. Yeah, that one's kind of silly. Oh. Air assistance. Guns about to jam. Whoa! You're a cheeky boy. Ahaha! Not so cheeky now, are you? Although I am a little bit damaged. Oh, okay. That also was not a friendly one. Yeah, I was reading on the subreddit that this seems to be a thing that's gone back years and years, where bombers alternate between being super tanky, nigh unkillable death machines to basically being made out of tissue paper. And it just seems to go back and forth between the two extremes, with never really there being a happy medium. They never seem to have been able to settle on where they want bombers to be in terms of survivability. Oh, another air kill. It does seem like a reasonably effective cannon, this. I think I've got more air kills than sea kills at this point. Right, okay, let's A's a lot closer than C. We're sort of... I think we're winning this one, but you never know with War Thunder. It can turn around quite rapidly. Up, down. Is there any other aircraft around? I don't think so. Oh, that's an enemy. We're doing, I don't know, horrendously low on ammo or anything like that. Oh. Always get a bit more. I seem to be doing okay. I'm definitely not, like, this is enough to get my interest, but the helicopters absolutely not. And from what I've read, the damage models on helicopters are hilariously simplistic at the moment. And they take a heck of a lot of damage from... even supposedly armoured helicopters take a heck of a lot of damage from Pintle MGs. Oh, I actually got the kill on that one. Nice. I don't know if that's just I was the last one to hit.
So be it. Jedi.
Nathan James! Thank you very much for the resub. Oh, they went for the BCAT. They must be out of... must be running out of ship spawns if they're... I've noticed that people tend to save the aircraft spawns for when they've run out of ship spawns. Acquire the BCAT. We are very close to winning this one. The aircraft around. It's definitely, even just the fact that you have to always keep your head on the swivel, it's definitely quite a different style of play than warships. In warships you've got the mini-map and it basically tells you where everything is. Whereas it's not quite so simple in this game. Especially as, of course, I'm playing realistic. Oh. There we go, we actually won. 9th place. 3 air targets, 1 ground target. Yeah, there's a War Thunder Cirque clan. I think Billy's in charge? I'm not sure. I don't know, to be honest. Right, so... we upgraded our turret and we actually unlocked the next vehicle. The princely sum of 700 silver lions? Is it lions? Yeah, it is lions, isn't it? Trainer crew, 200. Choose crew. There we go. And make sure we've got the tool set as the first thing. And... I don't even know. Dry docking, I guess. Purchase that. Purchase primary armament. Purchase new pumps. Right, S38B or the R boot? 4,000, 5,900. I'll just go for that. Why not? I don't know what I'm doing. So we've got. I can actually give this a little test sail. How do you get ships to appear in your War Thunder? Let's actually close that for a second. Yeah, it's just appeared as the newest tab. Not all nations have it. It's just Americans, Germans, and Soviets. And the Brits are in testing at the moment, so you can't actually play them unless you give Gaijin some money, of course, and then they'll let you play them. So yeah, it's just, you know, you just create a new preset and put some boats on, and I think you can also add planes if they're the appropriate. I don't know how it works with the planes exactly. I think you can add your own planes, but I don't know how it works with the BR if they have to be within a certain BR range compared to your ships to be, you know. But even if you don't, you can just still give you a default selection. So let's try it. Yeah, I was going to give it a little test sail, wasn't I? The flak barge. Wasn't that one of the premiums? Is there a... I like the guy just kind of sliding around on the deck. Okay, so I've got a deck gunner, a forward gunner, and a... So I've doubled my firepower. It's a slower ship. Let's get some big machine guns. One torpedo. Okay, I don't know if they're overheating easily or if that's just... I don't know. The different sorts of gun. I think that one, the rear one, looks like just a machine gun, and that forward one, that's like a... Is that like a 20 mil? It'll stay on the stat card, presumably.
Threat in the air.
It seems like it's a slightly bigger gun. I'm not sure. Oh, at the moment, yeah, that's another thing actually. The choices of shells seems to vary depending on what nation you're actually playing. There doesn't seem to be much consistency with it as to what are the optimal shells to use. Right, so yeah, bigger, doesn't handle quite as well, but it's almost as fast. In fact, it's probably about the same speed. So let's actually take it into battle. Oh, they're both 20 mils. Okay. I'm sure all those bomber players, you know, you made so many friends doing that, Latika Mafia. So many friends. So let's give the new one a go. I'm not... Does the 3 in brackets mean that I get to take it out 3 times, or is that only the reserve ship? I don't know. I've also just realised I haven't done anything with the crews at all. And the crews will have some points on them from ground forces, and well, for Germany it would just be ground forces. I haven't done German planes at all, really. But there will be some crew points to redistribute. It's one of the nicer points of War Thunder is how crews work. You can create different presets. In fact, Payday basically does the same thing. Payday 2 has essentially the exact same system. They just have presets, and each preset you can just distribute the points how you like. So you can have different lineups with different emphases. Emphases, that's a really weird word to say. Now I've tried to say it. It's probably not how you... Anyway, different emphases on what crew skills you want exactly, I suppose. Right, where am I going exactly? Towards the A.k.a, I guess. It's actually a lot harder to tell with this low light. There's all this tracer going back and forth, and it looks, you know, it's quite the light show. Oh, I have myself a grab. Don't do that. I managed to avoid that. I'm landing no hits. The guns on this one kind of... Oh, there we go. Oh, got a kill. Got... Oh! Getting a bit of damage. Taking a bit of damage, rather. Oh, and there goes my crew. I don't even know what that was. It's like a little coastal patrol boat. I got a kill! Was it completely useless? Oh god, that's one of them. That's one of the flag ferries. Yeah, this is a lot harder, just even this dusk. This dusk light compared to... Oh, just instantly knocked out. Oh god, yeah, no, it's an enemy one of them. I don't think there's any way I can safely go near that. Right, my gunners are aiming way over. Does the light levels affect your gunner's aim in this? I genuinely don't know. I know you can get night battles in air forces, and I presume you get night battles in ground forces as well, although I think it is quite an uncommon thing. Does it affect your crew's accuracy? Nobody seems to be particularly guarding the B cap, and we do need a cap rather badly, so let's give it a go. Oh! Okay. Oh, he's dead. Good. Okay, that's fine. Is my steering knackered? I think my steering's knackered. Well, we're on full reverse. I guess I have no throttle controls either. There we go.
We've captured most of the
Probably a good idea to smoke myself. Just torch off in that direction. is that some enemies? Oh, see who wins this fight. Gun jammed. There's somebody in the cap with me, so I can't actually. I guess so. We'll bail out the other side. Oh, no, we are now capping. Where are they? Oh. Got him. He must have been very close to just exploding. Right, there we go, zone capped, and oh god, that's a, what is that? That's a bigger ship. Oh, I do fumble the controls for this sometimes. Have I got torps left? No, I guess not. Uh-oh. Maximum Dakar! No, I don't think I hit it once. There's a lot of stuff firing at it though. Right, let's try something out actually. I forgot to do it last time. If I sit still in the cap, will that replenish my ammo? I'm thinking, okay, does it like replenish your torps ahead of other ammo types? I think it's reloading torps. It's honestly kind of hard to tell. I think it's reloading my torps. Oh, that's an enemy. Oh god. Yeah, I'm probably dead now, aren't I? Oh god, that's so much incoming fire. Oh god. Oh, okay. That's a lot of incoming fire. I did reload my torps though. Oh, I'm getting shot from the air. I want to live. I want to live. Woo! Somehow I did. Oh god, no, there's more! Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, you're right. I probably shouldn't have fired at that point, should I? It was pretty much just hello, shoot at me. God, try a fighter, I guess? Tried a bomber last time, let's try a fighter. And I have one of these. I don't know what this is. It's a thing. Let's fly low and slow over the flak barge. I'm sure that'll go fine. That will definitely be fine. There's some enemy planes over there. So we go for our PBY. And this is where we learn that I absolutely suck at realistic battles. I basically only ever do air arcade. Oh! 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 And oh, I just got shot down by, you know. But we won! It's fine! It's fine. An HE 100. Okay. I have opened a battle trophy. I don't know what that means. Is this some kind of random reward? Okay, that's okay. Is that just a free part? Did I just get a free modification without having to research it? I guess so. Right. So we got the tool set unlocked, and I've got, like, yeah, we did. We just got it for free. Okay, so that was just a free modification. Okay, that's nice, I guess. Depth charges. Okay, I didn't realise they were a thing. Might be fun. But let's go for rudder replacement, because having that extra turning radius, and that's a fairly significant, you know, 24%, that's going to be useful. Right, crew. Yes, that was what I was going to do. Crew. So I need to actually spend some of these crew points that I've accumulated. I almost said accrued there, which kind of works as a pun almost, but not really, but kind of, but maybe. So what do I spend my crew points on is a question, I guess. Because I genuinely have no idea what's most useful. If I want a clearer view, turn off the haze and lens flare. But it won't look as pretty! That's the most important thing of all. Who cares about the rest of it as long as it looks pretty, right? It's basically modern AAA game development in a nutshell. Qualification and then expert. The crews for... Oh, okay, yep. Of course, that's a thing. That doesn't cost very much. Gunner skills. Make fire go towards barrier. Think you're aiming. Damage control, ship commander, engine room, and observers. Probably the gunner skills first then. Oh gosh, there is a few of them, isn't there? And you have separate skills for... Okay, that makes sense though, because for the bigger ships they do have separate AAA gunners. For these piddly little tiny torpedo boats, that's, you know, it's just the same gunners either way. But yeah, okay. I guess we'll... Oh, not auxiliary. Main caliber reload speed. But there's no... accuracy? For your main... There's just a reload. There isn't actually... accuracy. Or am I missing something? Anyway, I don't know. Damage control seems also like it would be a good one, so let's go for fire extinguishing. Logistical services. No, logistical services is your free repairs essentially. The like the higher rank these, the more you put into these, the quicker your free repairs are. Which, honestly, I don't pay for my repairs. I play this game so infrequently that I tend to just rotate out the vehicles that need to be repaired and then put them back in before I leave the game. And then, you know, by the time I come back to play a week later, it's all done. And I don't have any high rank vehicles where the repair times are ridiculous. Ship commander, leadership, is that just going to be a boost to everything? Yeah, 5%. Crew interchangeability. Radio communication. which is your actual, that's your visual thing, apparently. I don't know. Yeah, I know if you don't actually have it on the, you know, in the lineup, it doesn't repair as quickly. I guess we'll just go with unwatering time. Although that seems to be fairly quick. But yeah, no, we'll just put a few points there. And I guess fire prevention. Well, let's go with surface targets detection. Don't know if that's going to be any use or not. I think I've got enough points for anything else here, really. I'll hang on to those. Leadership's always good. I might put some points into that afterwards. Those are also quite expensive, it seems to me, for the amount of crew points I had, but it wasn't really that many crew points, I suppose. But it is. This is also one of those things that there used to be a lot more delineations. It used to be smaller increments. I can't even remember what patch it would have been where they changed the crew skills, but doubtless somebody will know. So let's head back into battle once more. Yeah, no, is it truly exponential? Well, it wouldn't be truly exponential. Well, it could be, because Warships basically has exponential crew, you know, crew skill, crew point requirements. Of course, it's just capped at 19. But if it was the same curve and you had, say, you know, a maximum total of 30, it would take an insanely long time. In fact, it might even be impossible to get there in, you know, the span of a single human lifetime kind of thing. Well, there's no cap on Will of Tank's crew skills, but the more you add, the more expensive it gets, and so it is insanely difficult to max out the crew skills on a Will of Tank's crew. Right, let's start off with that. Whoop. And it's one of those things where having a maxed out crew does make a reasonably big difference in War Thunder. It's one of those ones where, one of those systems where they basically want you to pay, and so they've made the grind quite horrid. So it is arguably one of the slightly more pay-to-win elements of the game, in that if you just basically put all your, you know, buy a bunch of Golden Eagles and dump it into crew skills, it will give you an advantage. But it might not be enough of an advantage to be truly thought of as being paid to win. I don't know. Any news on pricing? I actually haven't heard from him, or heard of him for a while, so I don't know. Is he unwell or taking a break? I don't know. I haven't heard anything. Whoa, those torpedoes were close. Okay. A bit too close. Talking of close, that is some enemy ships. Kill. Kill assist. God, this is a bunch of stuff. I'm probably not going to last too long here. His turn. Come on, other gunner. Target destroyed. Well, this is not a terrible start. Just having an extra gun makes a big difference. Oh, it does make quite a big difference in having a fully maxed crew. I wasn't sure really how much of a difference it made, but so yeah, calling it a pay-to-win element would not be totally unfair then. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to keep going here. I'm like one crew member away from the ship going down entirely. Oh, there we go. That was an alright run though. Helped get the cap, killed a bunch of things.
Enemy forces have captured that zone.
In fact, I'm in first place right now. That's not going to last. Let's just enjoy the novelty for a moment. Yeah, they're pushing on the B point quite hard at the moment. Whoop. Going to cool down a little and bail. Oh, they want to be my friend. Kill assist. We can't get the A cap. Oh, that's a plane. Where's the plane? Where's that friendly plane? Hard to tell. Whoop. Ah! Something just wrecked me. Well, we started off kind of strong, but this one does seem to not be going quite as well as it could do. If you can range through smoke. I don't think there's any way of assisting allies in this one. There is the tow rope, so if somebody beaches themselves, you could pull them off. There's no way of assisting allies with repairs. In the same way that you can with ground forces. Which is a bit, you know, it wouldn't make sense for planes, of course, but for ships, it would make sense that you could pull up alongside and render assistance, but I'm not sure. They don't seem to have decided that's a thing that you can do. What are you firing at? I was just firing at the water. It is a thing you learn to do in War Thunder quite quickly if you want to stay alive for any length of time, is make sure you pay attention to what your allies are firing at. Quite often that will tell you where the enemies are. Oh, oh, oh Lord, oh, I didn't even realise. Oh God, I'm swamping. Oh, that's not good. Go on, bail out. Oh God. Oh, that's not good. It's all gone wrong. Oh, it's a bigger boat as well. Man, the bigger boats are picking on me! Ooh, right. Okay. Oh, I am probably so boned. Oh, kill assist. I've actually managed to torpedo him. I think I'm starting to get the hang of aiming. It's still a bit... I'm still relying on wasting a bit of ammo to figure out the lead, but... it's not wholly unintuitive once you start to understand what's going on. Oh! Ah, knocked out. Sir Sparklebottom! I like that name. That's a good name. I don't have any... oh, okay, but I can take out a bomber, apparently. Which, hopefully I will suck at less than the fighter. Because I wasn't doing well with the fighter. It did not go well. God, they've got Sir Sparklebottom and Sir Fondlebottom. I think they might be related.
The enemy has most of the strategic zones.
Whoop! Well, I got some bombs away. Don't think it did any damage though. Oh, kill assist. That'll do. I'm all out of everything though, so... back to the hangar, I guess? Yeah, you can tell I don't have a lot of practice with realistic battles. Okay, that seems like an okay reward for... oh, I got an achievement for 3,000. Okay. Which, I don't know which particular one or if it's just the cumulative total, but still. That was not a bad game. How far are we along? Okay, like one more should do it, I think. I don't know what the difference between the S38 and the S38B is. It has an extra machine gun, I think. Ah, yeah, it's got an AA gun. So it has an actual dedicated AA gunner. Okay. It's literally the difference between them. It's an extra machine gun. I could... I think we'll do one more. We'll do one more, and then I'll do a little bit of maybe a bit of ground arcade to finish off, because I wasn't planning on making this a hugely long stream. So yeah, let's do one more, and then I'll do some arcade ground with the new premiums that I bought today that were half off. That I didn't even spend any money on them. It was Golden Eagle. Well, you know, money was spent at some point, but it was Golden Eagles I already had, and I decided, yeah, why not? Why not spend them? Because I do play the German tanks a little bit. I don't think I've done this map yet. Wrong one. Or have I? No, I don't think I have. Okay. starting off by just shooting all their ammo. Okay. Not actually shooting at anything, just pretending like it's the 4th of July. It's a different Emden Grizzly. Although the actual historical, like the World War I Emden would probably work in this game. We can see why not. Right, I'm not quite sure why they're aiming hilariously high, but they are. Oh, so it's just... Oh, you're close. I didn't even notice how close that was. I just ate a torpedo. Too busy looking at the chat. Oh god, if you think that's bad, Lazy Grizzly, the Royal Navy had 2 classes of King George V battleship within about, what, 40 years? Not even that, 30 years of each other. There was also the fact that we had town-class cruisers, town-class destroyers, and in fact, was it like 2 classes of town-class cruiser? Or something like that. But yeah, the town-class destroyers were the Lend-Lease destroyers, basically. Campbelltown was a town-class destroyer. Okay, that's a bigger ship. That's a very much bigger ship. And I'm here in my piddly little... Oh, well. Did I get my torps out at least? I think I'm down-tiered a bit in this one. I think this is going to be a rather short experience. Well, yes, the Royal Navy had a lot of, you know, but there's a lot of words in the English language, and yet we seem to reuse some of them quite a lot. And for ship names, okay, that's fine. A lot of navies have that as a tradition where ship names get reused that, you know, they're famous in some way. There's a lot of ships that are just, they never use the name more than once, but there's an awful lot where they did. But for like classes, entire classes of ships, it seems a bit ridiculous sometimes that they would just use the same names over and over. Oh, well, I wasn't shooting it out like that. Who will run out of Dakar first? I don't know. My gun's jammed. But his gun's jammed as well. Come on, fix the gun, fix the gun, fix the gun! Oh, never mind, someone else managed to get the kill. Whoa! Okay. This is not one where I'm doing so well. Back to hangar already. Okay. Never mind. Yeah, it confused me at first with the torpedoes, but they do literally just hoik off the back of the boat. In fact, I can show you in the training room. Oh, right, rudder replacement and HET, high explosive fragmentation, and okay. Yeah, where's the Soviet one? where it's actually all exposed. Let's show you that. Yeah, it kind of drops them off the back of the boat, and then they obviously accelerate, you know, underneath. The US Tier 1 Premium. Okay, take a look. So, yeah. Goes swoosh, and then it actually travels underneath the boat and goes forwards. It's kind of neat. This is the Soviet Tier 1, by the way, which is I don't know. Strange looking little beast. Oh, you were just meaning in terms of showing the mechanism. What is the Tier 1 Premium anyway? Oh, I see. Yeah, that's also got them exposed. In fact, it's quite a similar looking bow. So, what was I doing? Oh, yes. I was going to suck horribly at tank arcade battles. That was the plan.
Your business is
Because with the 50% off,
appreciated.
it's not just the premiums, it's all the regular vehicles as well. Not that I'm going to unlock anything today, I don't think. Go, Gadget, go! Thank you very much for the follow. Although I'll point out right now, if you're hoping that I do War Thunder on a regular basis, I really don't. Though boats might be something that you see a bit more of. I could see streaming that as, like, you know, doing an hour of that and then doing an hour of something else kind of thing. I have done a bit of tanks RB, but not a lot. It's typically when I'm playing with other people that actually have some idea what they're doing and some idea where to go on maps. See you, Foo. Thanks for dropping in. I mean, I think I'm with you there, Grizzly. It's okay. The fact that it's small scale boats is actually kind of fun, but I like my battleships. I like my bigger ships, and for that, it's pretty much World of Warships. That's the only game in town, but it does it all right. And I'll take Leicester as a developer over Gaijin any day of the week. Oh. Oh, yeah, just caught the edge of that barricade. Well done, me. Right, I have no idea where I'm going. I'm just going to follow the herd. I hope I don't suck too much. Jedi Knight 1 or... I played... God, I had a sort of abortive attempt at doing KOTOR. My track record with doing any kind of story-based game as a series has been honestly quite abysmal. The only thing that kind of fits into that mould at all is Crusader Kings 2, which was really just make your own story, but that's sort of on hiatus at the moment as well, so yeah. If I have a crack at anything, it might be The Witcher. I've recently completed The Witcher 3, and if I just stuck to the main campaign, I think that would be manageable. If I basically ignored all of the side quests that don't relate to the main campaign directly, that could be doable. What's the name can we do? Oh, I'm so used to right-click to look around. Oh. Where did I even get shot from there? Oh! Sneaky IS-3. I might be in a bad spot right now. Yep. This is how good I am at ground forces. Oh, that's a allied Hellcat. Don't shoot the blue ones! And I'm dead. Well, we had some friendly tanks on this corner, and then now it's just that Sherman that's alone. Oh god, that was a... wow! Look at that, that was right through the barricade. Like, tiny little gap in the barricade. Bear in mind, I quite possibly have all the wrong shells loaded. This is one of the many ways I suck at ground forces. Is you have to know the optimal shells for each gun, and I just don't. Although I know at least enough to know that more pen is not always what you want. More pen is useful sometimes, but really what you want is explosive filler. This is, we might do another one of this if this goes super quickly. Whoa! 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 You are close. Didn't even realise they were that close. Oh god, there we go. I get the right button. AC1. Oh, yeah, French. Trying to figure out what an ACL1 was. Right, fortunately my tracks ain't that shell, so basically just like a World of Tanks KV1. That almost went hilariously wrong. Let me dash across here. I think so. That's one of the reasons why I'm not so hot at this in even arcade is you have to keep your head on the swivel, as I was saying with boats, and that's not something I'm necessarily so great with in games. Hell, I've been playing a bit of Bomber Crew. The B-17 expansion came out, and it's fun, but I have lost so many planes with the original campaign, and also now in this new campaign, just from essentially being completely unable to keep up with the action. If there's just too much happening at once, then I completely lose track of what's going on. And my planes start to fall out of the sky. Well, that gets a bit frustrating after a while, because there isn't even a true a pause system. There's a time slow system, which wasn't even there when the game started, which was added by popular demand. You used to have to do everything in real time, essentially, but oh, hello. Whew, okay, it's fine. Don't worry. It's basically the best of both worlds. It's KV-1 armor, but with a German gun. It's like, what's not to love? Yeah, I'm the same with RTS games. There's a reason why I very rarely show them on the channel, is because I tend to take an ultra slow, ultra cautious approach, which is probably completely boring as hell to watch. So the campaign for the original Company of Heroes, for example, I really enjoyed that, and the Dawn of War games, which are also by Relic, I really enjoyed those. But I would, well, Dawn of War 2 might not be too bad, but oh, the original one I would definitely struggle with in terms of having any kind of reasonable length. You'd have like 2-hour episodes just for a single no more fire again. Come on. Oh god, there's now a cooldown on the extinguisher. No, no, get the gun around. No. Ah, not back. Well, it's just the Brumbar left. Or Brumbear. Oh, I should probably adjust the ammo loadout a bit. What have we got? Plain old high explosive. I guess we don't need too many of those, and a bunch of heat. Oh god, let's say, should we... Is there any point in having the HE? Let's try that. 15 rounds. I will almost certainly die before I get even slightly close to using all that up. Yeah, these, the reason why you're seeing these three is they're all three of them premium vehicles, and two of them are captured premiums. So the KV-2 also had a very German-looking Cooper on top of the turret. Whoop. This thing, I'm sure, has got basically no armor because it's Panzer IV chassis. Probably want the heat loaded as well, don't I? God, I don't know which way to look. Oh, that's the enemy tank. Take a risk and see if we can get a shot. Nope, that's wrong. Oh, it's a KV-2! It's a KV-2! Everybody panic. Oh god. That's fine though, there's an allied tiger here. Oh wait. Yeah, I think we're getting fairly well hammered. I think we'll have one more go at this. We didn't really get to see the KV-2 do anything. KV-1 did alright though. Find the mouse cursor, there we go. Well, yeah, I maybe didn't do so well in that one, but still though, that's some lines. I'm just going to get some more water and I'll be back in just a second. So let's take them out for one more spin and I will... Your research has been completed. Oh, I guess one of the other... Okay. We'll order that then and stick that on a crew. Oh, yeah. Just select that for research. Oh, yeah, it's fine. I'll sort that later. I'm not sure why it interrupted me queuing up to tell me I could order it, but then wouldn't actually let me. I don't know. Just War Thunder things.
Your business is appreciated.
Cannon Bait, thank you very much for the follow. I have to say, one of the downsides of me having just bought these higher BR vehicles is it's suddenly a lot of maps that I've never really played before. I do have one or two premiums that are higher BR than this though. I've got the Black Prince and the STRV for the Brits. So, oh god, let's try the KB2 first. So there are one or two maps where I'm a bit more familiar with them. I think I have played this one before, actually. I should know why. I'm almost certain I have. Opahik, it's not so much that as I just kind of felt like I needed a break from it, to be honest. I didn't intend the April 1st video to be the actual, you know, last one in a while, but it just kind of worked out that way. Right, this is quite open, so I guess I'd better be careful. See if I can get to those houses. Oh, and doing so well. No, I don't think I'm going to get to those houses. I think I'm just going to sit here and die. Probably. Is there enough time for me to back off? Maybe I might get away. I've got like one crew member that's horribly injured. Oh, no, never mind. I don't think we're going to get to see any hot KV2 action, unfortunately. I just seem to not be doing too well with it. Yeah, and this is one of the things I know from playing with, in fact, one of my Patreons, we sometimes play War Thunder. If you stick together, you can get assistance on repairs, which is very nice. That's another nice feature of the game. It would be quite good to have that in World of Tanks, being able to assist allies with repairs. Hell, now that you can flip your tanks in World of Tanks, something like a tow hook system would be really useful in World of Tanks. But we don't have that, so you end up with people having to just try and push stranded tanks over, which sometimes results in them getting team damage penalties. This wasn't even really, I hadn't really planned to play this, especially. It's just I thought, why not? I'm actually getting platoon, division, whatever it's called, I can't remember, getting a squad guy. Squad, there we go, that's what it's called. You know, it takes a little bit of time, so this is me just jumping in and doing things because, you know, I felt like it. I want that, there we go. You can tell I don't have the reflexes for the key presses in this game. I play far too much of that other game. Well, have played far too much of that other game. Whoa! Let's get out of the way of that. That's a British tank destroyer, I think. It's got a functional turret and gun-ish. Oh, never mind. Just as my... oh god, I recognise that guy from the name from the last game as well. I think he killed me in the last game also. Oh well. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. Let's try the other spawn. There are things I like about War Thunder. There's a lot I don't like about it. Although, there's a lot of the stuff I don't like about it has more to do with the way Gaijin treats it rather than the game itself. But I kind of went off World of Tanks as well, you know? I really don't play much of that anymore. Warships is pretty much my main online game. Whoop. And a big part of that is I just find it more fun. I prefer the mechanics, I prefer the pace, but also I've come to prefer the studio that makes it. Yeah, the RNG inherent in World of Tanks can be pretty damn frustrating. I agree. Right. I guess the thing to do is just lurk on a ridge line and see if I can take pot shots. This absolutely will not have the armor for charging out in the open. Oh god, League of Legends. No, don't even joke about it. This is extremely unlikely to ever happen. I don't think it's so much that I get salty, it's me dealing with other people's salt. Oh god. Oh, also I wanted heat. Didn't I? I'm aware that was horrible aiming. But this is, oh. This is only the second time I've taken this into a game, so... You know. I get some slack, right? Do I actually have... Oh god, I can't tell. Do I have a line of sight to that panther? Let's try a shot. Don't know. It's quite a long ways away. It can be hard to tell sometimes when there's a bunch of stuff. Maybe it's just like his turret showing. Oh! It's that Alucard guy again! He's got it in for me. And bam. Oh well. Yeah, that wasn't so good, but never mind. I don't think we'll try again. I think I've learned my lesson. That was even more pitiful. Oh well, the boats was fun though. The boats was kind of fun. In fact, we can I can do that just now. Stick that on a crew. And there we go. So, where are we at? Yeah, just about 2 hours. That's about what I was aiming for, so that's good timing, really. I kind of wish I'd done better with the Ground Forces games, but never mind. Some of the boats games went alright, though. I think I did okay, considering it's just come out and I've spent less than 2 hours total playing it. Well, it's probably about 2 hours at this point. So we're going to wrap things up here, and I will find you somebody to host. Let's have a look. Who's doing what? Clyde. Clyde is playing Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, so we're going to keep up with the naval theme. I will host Clyde then. So yeah, thank you all, everybody who has tuned in. You can find links to YouTube and all the rest of it down below. If you missed any of this, I'll put the VOD up on YouTube tomorrow. Well, probably be tomorrow. I do have to remember I've got to wait 24 hours before I put these things up elsewhere, so it'll be late tomorrow, but it'll be tomorrow. And yeah, I've said that already, haven't I? Thank you for tuning in. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, find all the links down below. Go and follow me on YouTube and the rest of it, and wherever you are, whoever you may be, I am the Lord of the Dance, said he. I don't know where I'm going with that. Yeah, I hope you all have a good evening, and I shall catch you next time.